get to it, good people. Let's speak on it. What does the word tough truly means? You hear everybody say it, right? Oh, he's tough. He's got grit. Dude, tough. He tough, Joe. Straight tough. Okay. What does it mean? Told y'all I was coming back. But let's get into it. What does it truly mean? We've heard people say it countless times to each other. And they say, and make dumb statements. Man, he tough. What does tough mean? We crown people with tough without even going through the adversity. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. How do you know a tough person if they hadn't gone through a tough time? And what is tough? Everybody loves to talk about how tough somebody else is. Have you ever noticed that? They love to tell you about somebody else being tough. More than them. Like, oh no, he tough. They never discuss themselves as being tough. They love to tell you about somebody else that's tough. But they don't understand what tough is. Of course, this is live. What would it be? What else would it be? They never tell you what tough is. Tough is when you got to go out and work in 90-degree weather wearing a flannel and you're doing all this work, getting calluses, got to come home on the bus for minimum wage to a family of 8, and you barely got enough food for to fill up one belly. You got to go light on the food because you ain't got enough. You just got enough to pay the rent and the bills. But you ain't making enough. Tough is having a broken foot, and the foot so broken is black. But you gotta put that work boot on. You might have to cut the boot just to get your foot in it, and then tape the boot up with some black tape to match the boot, so people don't notice at work. And you gotta go back to work because you don't get that time off pay. I don't need it. You need the 40 hours. And you got to go in with a broke foot. You got to go to work. 3 below zero. They don't want people outside. It's a weather hazard to be outside. 10 below, 22 wind chill, below -20. And you out there working, getting stuff done. because you got to feed your family. You got to survive. That's tough. One guy going out in a hail of gunfire because he didn't shot some people up, that don't make him tough. Because he can take people hitting on him and all this stuff, that don't make you tough. You ain't tough because you do that. Tough is an endurance. You're able to endure and keep pushing forward, going through adverse situations. You push through. That's tough. Physical toughness, mental toughness, it's all one thing. Spiritual toughness, there's a whole lot of different type of ways to be tough. But tough is never given without the adversity. You have to be in an adverse situation, and how you react to that determines your toughness. You can say that was a tough time. Yeah, them times was tough. But that don't make you tough because times were tough. There was a lot of tough times that a lot of people were lived in those times that he wasn't tough at all. They never had to prove they were. Thank you guys. Hit the like button, people. So y'all might want to think twice about crowning people tough, or he really gangster, or he that dude, he the goonie. Stop giving these people titles in which of endearment when they haven't earned anything. For what? What have somebody done to make them a goonie goo goo in your eyes? They've done nothing. Well, look at someone like Academics, who has like 15 YouTube channels streaming the same entire content all over the internet. What's that all about? I don't have time to figure out other people's psychosis. My thing is, we just got to stop crowning these people when they haven't done a damn thing. That's what we do. We waste too much time crowning people over nonsense, talking about who's a goon because they knocked out some little guy in the street. That don't make them tough. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Tough times can last, but tough people can deal with those tough times. Tough is growing up in the 50s and the 60s, or the 40s or the 30s or the 20s, and surviving and keeping your family safe. have to go into a job where you're called the N-word and all kind of racist names and, just treated anything less than human, and having to take it and deal with it without reacting to provide for your family, because the bigger picture is you don't want to lose your family. It's all to protect them because you're thinking about the next generation. That's tough. Being in a small group together, walking in an area of unknown certainty where people could take your life just for walking in that area, that's tough. So most of these people who claim and tough, they don't even know what it's. They're complaining about their problems, and their problems are very insignificant to real world problems. So you want to always make sure you define what tough is. Think about the word. Actually think about the word tough and move on from there. What's tough and what ain't tough? So I just wanted to put that out there. So that's wisdom and knowledge for the night. Now I'm shutting it down for the rest of the day. All right. Well, you'll see me probably later on, but other than that, for right now, I'm out.